Like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have bad luck for the rest of the week. We might like to believe that we have successfully discovered the majority of the Earth's mysteries. However, the truth is that we might still be unaware of many creatures that have been living alongside us all this time. We hear of various different peculiar creatures that have been living in ancient myths and stories for generations. Most of them are believed to be influenced by real-life events. However, we often disregard them if insufficient proof isn't provided of their existence. While it is very possible to miss something passing right in front of our eyes, the invention of cameras has made it easier to capture every event that occurs. Number 10. Goblin. You might recognize goblins from their appearance in famous movies, such as Dobby in the Harry Potter series. The stories of this mythical creature originated from multiple European folklore. Physical evidence of their existence has never been found to this day. However, the internet went totally berserk when an Argentine mother uploaded a video on YouTube of a small figure running past her baby. It was a normal day until her son started to become particularly nervous for some reason. She began filming him, and soon after saw a gray figure that looks much like how a goblin is supposed to look, running past her baby. The figure was seen to run outdoors, and she was unable to capture it on camera again. She claimed that there was a nasty smell left behind by the figure after it ran outdoors. She also confirmed that there have been multiple sightings of the goblin previously, and that it never posed any harm to her family. However, while the video spooked many, several others were left unconvinced as they thought that the video was edited. Number 9. Big fin squid. If you did not already know, more than 71% of the Earth's surface is covered in water, and more than 81% of the ocean is yet to be discovered. Therefore, it is not too surprising to see creepy creatures emerging from the depths of the ocean. Such a video came out in 2007 when the Shell Oil Company caught a massive squid-like creature on their footage. The creepy creature had very skinny tentacles and was found floating near one of the company's oil drills in the Gulf of Mexico. Many speculated this creature to be some kind of unknown sea animal, while a few suspected it to be H.P. Lovecraft's mythical creature named Cthulhu. However, it was later identified by scientists as one of the already discovered squids that were called the Magna Pinna squid or big fin squid. Surprisingly, scientists who attempted to capture this squid on camera had mostly failed, and this makes this video much more unique and somewhat chilling. Number 8. Russian building crawler. For years, the closest giant we have seen crawling up our buildings were in movies like King Kong or Godzilla. However, science fiction turned to reality in 2014 when a video emerged of a giant stick figure crawling up a building. The massive figure had 4 legs and looked much like half of a giant spider. It was seen to crawl up a building in broad daylight and then go to the roof of the next building. Unfortunately, this was not the only time such a thing was spotted, as there happened to be another video that depicted a similar creature moving up a building at night. Many argued that this was the work of CGI, but the same creature being spotted twice is not a good sign. However, if this creature actually exists or not is yet to be confirmed, but for now, it is safer for people suffering from arachnophobia to maintain a safe distance from Russia. Number 7. Peruvian giants. There were many instances where people reportedly found giant footprints on forest floors and snow in various places, yet they were never able to identify the creature that caused it. However, it was made clear that giants actually exist when a woman caught 2 of them on video. At the start of the video, the woman seemed to speak in Spanish with her mother while casually filming 2 men who were apparently squatting on top of a hill near her home. Everything seemed normal until one of the men stood up, leaving the recorder in disbelief. She quickly yelled and gathered people around her to look at the giants. The video was later investigated, and after recording normal men from the same spot, it was evident that the creatures were definitely not normal, as they were 10 times the size of an average person. Number 6. Chinese monster. Out of all the creatures on our list discussed till now, each one of their validity and authenticity can be called into question. However, this one is a bit different from the rest of them because it is completely legitimate. The strange-looking beast was discovered in the waters of China when some workers found it and brought it in. The footage shows a strange animal that looks like a dwarf bear with no fur trapped in a cage. The workers blame the creature for spending so much time in the water for its lack of fur. In the video, the creature was using its massive claws to try and break the bars of the cage it was contained in. Although it failed in its attempt to break free, it was able to cause serious damage to the cage, at the cost of losing a tooth in the process. No one was able to identify what the creepy creature actually was. Number 5. Tsunami tsunami figure. We all remember the Great Tsunami of Japan in 2011 that emotionally shattered the whole world. While numerous horrifying videos of the tsunami can be found circulating on the internet, there was one that stood out for being a bit too terrifying. The video was shot by a man who intended to capture the damage being done by the disaster, but caught something out of the ordinary. The low-quality video showed a wave normally crashing against the shore. However, unlike normal times, a white figure was seen rising from the wave, crawling up a building and vanishing into thin air. It spooked the viewers to the very core, as it obviously was not just water. Many suggested that it was an alien inhabiting the ocean, or an alien life form, whilst others suggested that it was just a fire extinguisher that exploded from the impact. Number 4. A dragon. We all love dragons, and this is evident by the fact that Game of Thrones is one of the top most rated series of all time. However, while we only know them as mythical creatures, it shocked the whole world when a man uploaded a video of an actual dragon. The anonymous guy showed a dead dragon lying on an unnamed island. Surprisingly, the dragon exactly matched the description of what we see in drawings and movies that show the beast as depicted in Western stories. However, the video received heavy criticism on the internet, as people clearly did not believe it. Most of them complained that if dragons did actually exist, then more footage of them would have been available. Number 3. Alien in the graveyard. Although people have been reporting alien sightings for centuries back, the emergence of the internet allowed access to numerous videos of alien and UFO sightings never seen or known about before. Such an event occurred when a man released a video on the internet of an alien in a graveyard. Apparently, the man recorded this footage of a rundown graveyard in 2005. However, years later, when he was looking back at the clip, he noticed a vague figure standing by the grave. It was, in fact, quite easy to miss at first glance, but unmistakable in the slowed down and zoomed in version of the video. The alien was just like the typical one we see being depicted in movies. It had an enormous head and thin arms and stood as tall as the gravestone. The creature looked like it was trying to avoid the cameraman, but did not succeed in doing so completely. Number 2. Bigfoot. If we look back at the time when we were discussing dragons, we stated that it was a valid argument that people would have seen more footage of dragons if they actually existed. According to the validity of that statement, we can see countless numbers of Bigfoot videos all over the internet. While a large number of them have been exposed as frauds, there are many that seem too authentic to disregard. If you open your mind and look at the arguments objectively, would it be too hard to believe that a giant evolved human-like being that is able to walk on 2 legs and think like a human isn't smart enough to stay away from humans, as they fear being harmed or completely eradicated by us? We already know about the existence of several primates, which actually makes it a possibility that there is one that we are still not aware of. The Bigfoot has been captured on film so many times that it is not absurd to believe that these creatures actually exist. They could actually be hiding out of fear that if we do find them, we might treat them like we treat other animals, by using them for amusement in circuses or caging them up in a zoo. Number 1. Men in Black. You have probably already seen the video of 2 men in black that went viral on the internet. When we first see the video, we think of Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones in the Men in Black movies. However, these men were much less satirical and witty than those in the movie. According to multiple other people who encountered these men previously, they gathered reports from people who had seen UFOs. Apparently, these men are very tall and look identical. On top of that, they seem to be completely hairless, have pale white skin, and have eyes that are much bigger than normal. They are also telepathic and refer to themselves as numbers. This event on the video occurred on a similar occasion just the day after a hotel manager and security guards spotted a UFO. The men kept asking about the 2 witnesses who were absent on that day. The next day, the manager rolled the footage to see 2 men walk in the door exactly as the staff had described them. That is all for today's video. Thank you all for watching. While you are here, go ahead and click on one of these 2 videos on your screen. See you there.